Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is Massive Brad and welcome back to my FIFA 19 Ajax Road to Glory. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for the love and support on the channel. And as always, guys, at the start of these episodes, we're quickly going to recap on the previous. And this recap shouldn't take too long because we only played one game in the Eredivisie. And then, of course, we finished off the January transfer window. So that first game in the previous episode was against a team that is normally battling for at least the top four in the Eredivisie, and that is Feyenoord. And luckily enough for us, we turned up on the day and we beat them 3-1. And one of those goals coming from Kasper Dolberg. And I honestly cannot believe this, guys. And I will tell you over and over again, because you guys won't believe me, but if you watch the video and you've watched the previous episode, then you will hear me say it. I picked the ball with Kasper Dolberg 35 yards out and thought, you know what, I'm going to hit this because Kasper Dolberg will sting probably the fingertips of the keeper. He'll put it out for a corner or throw-in, and then we can get Kasper Dolberg off. And I think it was Ziyech to get some of the players on from the bench, get the fresh legs on. I hit it with Dolberg thinking it was just going to go out of play. But in fact, it ended up in the back of the net, and it was an absolutely incredible strike, and what a spectacular goal Dolberg scored. And I do believe, as I can see there now, it was his mark of the 19th goal this season. So absolutely incredible goal coming from Kasper Dolberg. And then, of course, we finished the January transfer window. We did have one player come in, which, of course, was Giovanni Simeone. And we also offloaded two players. One was Nissan Christiansen. Let's see if we can actually see who we offloaded. Do you know what? I don't think we can see who we offloaded, but I think it was Nissan Christiansen, and the other one was another youngster. I'm not 100% sure who that youngster was. Now, can we see who we've offloaded? Or can we only... There we go. Ekkelenkamp and Nissan Christiansen. They were the two players that left in January, and then we brought Giovanni Simeone in for €18.5 million and CM De Jong, and we got him, of course, from Fiorentina. And since coming in, he has been spectacular. Only played, I do believe he started once, and he's come on as a sub for his very first game, and he got a goal and an assist. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how he gets on in this second half of the season. But in today's episode, we have two games, and surprisingly, both of the games, are against the same team. We've got VV Venlo in the Eredivisie up next, and we are at home at the Johan Cruyff Arena. And then we're facing against VVV Venlo again, but this time in the Oranje Birkenau. I'm thinking we could be quite deep into the Oranje Birkenau. There you go, we're into the quarterfinals. So we've got the quarterfinals, we've got the semi-finals, and then we'll find ourselves in the final if we can get there. And then in the next episode, it's a big one. We're facing off against Massive Brad at Liverpool versus Massive Brad at Ajax. Now, of course, in this save, of course, I want to win as Ajax, but I have no idea what the manager of Liverpool's done, whether he's brought any new signings in or how they're even doing in the Premier League. But we do have Liverpool for our first game in the knockout stages of the Champions League, and then we also have NAC Breda in the Eredivisie. But right now, it's all about these two games against Venlo, and I don't think I've ever played a game or an episode where I'm playing a team twice, but in two different competitions. So it's a little bit different for me, but we know what we've got to do. Right now, we've played 19. We're still undefeated in the Eredivisie. 19 played, 19 wins, and a huge goal difference of 55. I constantly kick myself because I'm thinking, imagine if I would have done the fan objectives for this series, for this career mode at Ajax. Right now, we'd be donating £55 to charity, and we're only just past the halfway mark through this season. It could easily be 80, 90 plus goal difference, and that is what we would be donating to charity. But you know what, guys? It happens. I'm going to do my best in the Liverpool career mode and see how much we can get that up to so we can donate it to charity at the end of Season 2. But this is the lineup I am putting out against Venlo. We've got Kasper Dolberg up top in the striker position, Neres, Van der Beek and Ziyech in the central attacking midfield roles. A little deeper, we've got De Jong and Loftus-Cheek in the central defensive midfield, and then we've got Tagliafico, Daley Blind, De Ligt and Mukiele at the back, with of course Onana in goal. And last night, Ajax did just face off against Real Madrid. Couldn't even get my words out then. Also, guys, I know I haven't uploaded Ajax in quite a little bit of time. Unfortunately, you guys know if you watch the Liverpool career mode, I haven't been too well. I'm slowly getting there. You can probably still hear a bit of a croak in my throat and I'm not sounding like my usual self. I am getting better. I feel 99% better than I did last week, but I am back on the grind making videos. But what I was saying is, I just seen the highlights for Real Madrid versus Ajax last night, and Ajax were very, very unlucky. They actually scored first with Tagliafico. They went off and celebrated. The referee done the stupid, cardboard box sign, meaning VAR. It went over and it was disallowed. Then, unfortunately, Real Madrid then went and scored from Benzema. And I tell you what, I watched Junior, we've got him in the Liverpool career mode. He is outstanding in real life. The pace and the skill is just ridiculous. He's going to be like the next Sancho, but obviously not English. But yeah, he played unbelievable. Slid it over to Benzema, got an assist, and Benzema scored. So they went 1-0 up Real Madrid. Then, luckily enough, the man on the right attacking midfield role, Ziyech, pulled it back to 1-1. And I was thinking at this point, wow, Tagliafico, if his goal would have stood, they'd be 2-1 up now. Ajax have got a chance here. They are an absolutely incredible team. And one man that stood out for me is De Jong. He is absolutely ridiculous in real life. I know he has just signed for Barcelona. I would have loved Liverpool to go and done the double and got De Jong and De Ligt. Because De Ligt and Van Dijk next to each other. And then De Jong, Naby Keita and Fabinho, oh, that would have just been disgusting. Nobody would have had a chance. But nevertheless, guys, we are at the Johan Cruyff Arena. We're at home. We've got the home fans behind us. Let's get into this game against Venlo. Hopefully finish our 20th game, pick up the 3 points, and still be undefeated in the Eredivisie. Well, I've got to be concentrated here because I have recorded the Liverpool career mode for the last 3 days straight. I had 3 days off because I wasn't well. 3 days straight of recording Liverpool. And now, on the 7th day, we're back recording Ajax Road to Glory. So we've got to get used to this team again. And last time I've done this, and I said it'll take me a good half to get ready and get back into the team and understand the formation, I went 1-0 down. Luckily enough, we battled it back to 2-1 in the second half. But it wasn't a great start, so I've got to be very, very careful. And our best home record, 9 played at home, 9 wins. PSV are not too far behind. They have drawn one and lost one at home. But I do believe we've actually played PSV twice already in the Eredivisie, but we may well have played them in the Orangey Berk. Actually, we may still have to play them. But it is going to be Kasper Dolberg to kick us off in this first half. And let's get down to businesses. Van der Beek, round the corner now for Dolberg. Poking it through to Ziyech. Van der Beek, Dolberg, holding it up. Let's go to Ziyech. Let's go Mukiele, run out wide, nicely done. Let's go inside now to Van der Beek. Van der Beek to Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek trying to poke it through now, looking for Dolberg. Unfortunately, the ball is intercepted. Loftus-Cheek laying it off now to Frenkie de Jong, who's going to hit it first time. Falls back to him, gets a second chance of hitting it. Donny Van der Beek, somebody hit it. It's like ping pong in there. Got an overlap now of Tagliafico. Let's go round the corner and poke in Neres behind. Neres could potentially be in behind here. Let's go back post, looking for Ziyech. Ziyech's coming in back post. It's cleared back across goal. Neres puts it back in. Looking for Ziyech again. Ziyech in to Donny Van der Beek. Let's go out wide now, looking for Neres. And that is a beautiful ball far out to Neres. Let's hold this back. Let's play it inside now. Beautiful ball to Frenkie de Jong. Looks a hit on one. Oh, Frenkie de Jong, take a bounce some. Oh, that is beautiful. Neres to de Jong, I turned onto my right foot and looked to bend one in that far right corner. And to be fair, when I first struck that ball, I thought it was going wide. Look at this, nice ball in. Turned, bang, stopped the ball dead, finessed it, and it's past the keeper. And Frenkie de Jong scores his 4th goal in the Eredivisie in the 31st minute against Venlo. And we are finally 1-0 up, and well deserved as well, because we've been absolutely battering them this first half an hour period. And puts it out for a throw. And let's mark up, lads. Mukiele, oh no, we've got to do better from that. He's going to get the ball in. Now it's 1-1. Far too easy. I knew once he headed that down, I could see the Venlo player running into the box. He got ahead of our defender. I mean, it's a well played bit of football, a beautiful ball in. He's at the front post. Daley Blind doesn't stay tight with him. And unfortunately, we're back on level terms 1-1, and it's right before half time, and that's a shame. I thought we would have been going in with a bit of a lead. Let's go Ziyech. Oh, giving the ball away now. Easy, far too easy. We've lost our heads now. Play that through now, nicely done. And go to Ziyech right before half time. Can Ziyech put it back to 2-1? He can't. He is denied as the ball is cleared out, and the referee does play for half time at the Johan Cruyff Arena. I thought Ziyech was going to make the difference then and put us back in the lead right before half time. He had a great opportunity, but unfortunately just couldn't find that far left corner. I don't really know what to say, guys. You'll have probably seen the highlights. We've been all over them. We're controlling the ball nicely. We're having a lot more shots. In fact, if we look at the match facts, was that their first shot? Yeah, their first shot, and it ends up in the back of the net. We've had 7 shots. Very, very consistent right now, with 6 of them being on target. We've had more possession. All I can say is let's jump back into the second half exactly the same team and keep digging for that other goal, because realistically, we could be 2 or 3 goals up by now. Neres taking a nice little touch there and playing it through now to Tagliafico. Once again, we're in a great position with Tagliafico. Can Dolberg hold back? Is Dolberg onto his left foot? Hits it. Can Neres follow it up and get the shot off? He can't. Janssen puts it out for an Ajax throw-in. If we could, ball in. It's a good ball, but the keeper's going to come flying out for that. Loftus-Cheek takes a touch, loses out. Let's play it back. Here's Tagliafico. No panic here, lads. Let's lay that off now to Loftus-Cheek. In a bit of space. Loftus-Cheek makes it 2-1. You cannot give the Chelsea loanee a little bit of space. I'm pretty sure over the last 2 or 3 episodes, he has scored easily 3 or 4 goals, and it's constantly the same type of goal. Little bit of space, knocks it in front of him, and puts his right foot through it. Look at this. Donny van der Beek lays it off, takes a touch, and just puts it in the back of the net. What a rocket. I mean, you blink and that ball is already in the back of the net. And that is his 6th goal in the Eredivisie. And this is a reason we may well need to make Ruben Loftus-Cheek's deal at the moment, which is only a loan. We may well need to make it permanent. Dolberg over it now to Neres. Let's poke that through and then go straight through now, looking for Dolberg and plenty of space to make it 3. He does. Kasper Dolberg, again, another player you cannot give a little bit of space. Once he drops that shoulder and gets level with the defenders, he will use his strength, push his way through the defence, and that right foot is just, it's exquisite. I've not seen anything like it. I've played a lot of career mode over the years, but I've never played with a player where you hit it and there's so much power, dip, curl, everything. And Kasper Dolberg marks his 20th goal against Venlo in the 67th minute. And I think with that goal coming, now we'll look at making some changes. 3-1 up. I'm pretty sure this game is put to bed. So we'll take Van der Beek off and bring on Tadic. I think we'll also bring Simeone on for Dolberg, and then I think the last move for me is going to be Loftus-Cheek for Eating, who recently Eating has been absolutely unreal. He's scoring goals, he's making great runs, so I'm looking forward to seeing how he gets on in this last 20 minutes of the game against Venlo. So let's get back into this. Now the fresh legs will make their way to the pitch, and Dolberg, the goal scorer who just scored, will have a well and truly deserved rest. Nicely done, Dolberg. Let's go, Simeone. Let's see if you can compete with the man, the best player, the top goal scorer of this Ajax Road to Glory so far, Kasper Dolberg. To Frenkie de Jong, and we've got Simeone wanting to get in behind here. This is exactly why I love Simeone. Very similar to Kasper Dolberg. Barges his way through, cuts it back. Nice little ball in now, looking for Neres. Back post, it's cleared away, but only as far as Eating is Frenkie. There's Neres. Neres with a lovely little turn there onto that left foot. Neres looks to strike, and Neres in off the post. It's 4-1. Wow, there we go. It's domination now. This is going to be a cricket score. The Venlo players and fans will just want this final whistle to be blown. And they've still got a good 15-20 minutes to go. Beautiful little turn there from Neres. Again, another player I've never played with on career mode. And I'd happily have this player at Liverpool. Absolutely stunning. He's got a wicked left foot. He's very quick. He reminds me of like Mane. Such a quick, ticky-tacky player is Simeone. Straight through now, looking for Tadic. Tadic coming through on goal. Dusan Tadic cutting it back. Let's find an option on the edge of the box. Playing it back. Frenkie de Jong rolls his man onto his left foot. Looks at drilling one. He is taken out as he gets that shot, but the referee is not going to give a penalty. And I'm pretty sure once this ball, in fact the ball doesn't even get to be kicked out, as the keeper does put boot to ball, the referee blows for full time. And to be honest, the Venlo players and fans needed that. I'm sure many of the fans would have walked out 20 minutes, half an hour ago without a doubt. But the players needed that to come to an end because they were playing so well. They brought it back to 1-1 right before half time. And then that second half was just a different game. We upped our level. We played a lot faster, playing much better passes, a lot better shots. And as you can see, Venlo throughout the whole game only had one shot. That one shot did end up on target and in the back of the net. But after that, they've done absolutely nothing. We had 15 shots, 12 of them being on target. Very consistent. We were battered at their door. And to be honest, although we scored 4 and I'm so happy with the result, it could have easily been 6. all 7. But right now, let's get back to the Central. We are about to face off against VVV Venlo again, but this time in the Orangey Beker. And if we do beat them again with a scoreline like that, we will bag ourselves a place in the semi-finals of the Orangey Beker. Right guys, and here we are back at the Central, about to face off against Venlo again in today's episode, but this time round it's in the quarterfinals of the Orangey Beker. I don't know if you noticed here, but Casper Dolberg did pick up January Player of the Month, and as you can see, his hair once again, he's got a lovely hairstyle. He's gone half black, half white, a little bit of a streak of white in the top of his head. Beautiful, beautiful hairstyle. That, you know, we all need to go to his barber. It's absolutely ridiculous. Beautiful bit of hair there. But as I was saying, yeah, we're up next against Venlo. We are back at our home stadium once again, which of course is the Johan Cruyff Arena. I didn't realise both games were at home. We've just beat them 4-1. I'm pretty sure we can do a similar thing again. The only difference this time round is they potentially do have a chance. And the reason for that is because we've had an overhaul of the whole entire team. We've had to change every position apart from Onana and Loftus-Cheek. And you can see the captain, Loftus-Cheek, is not fully fit, so I'm hoping that he's going to be able to at least get into the second half, and then we can look at changing things up and play someone else in his position. But the lineup is Giovanni Simeone up top in the striker position. I do believe this is his second start for Ajax since joining us in January. We've got Bruyne, Tadic and Labiat in the central attacking midfield. Bruyne being our future scout star that we did pay for out of the catalogue, so I'm looking forward to seeing how he grows over the next 6 to 7 months. We've then got Eating and Loftus-Cheek a little deeper in the central defensive midfield. Vober, Umkano, Shares and Mazraoui at the back, with of course Onana in goal. And without any further ado, let's just get into this game. We've just beat them 4-1. They are not going to be very ecstatic. Let's be realistic. They're not going to have... You know, they're not coming off the back end of beating a top quality team 2-3, 4-0. They've just lost to us 4-1. The only problem is they may well come out looking for a little bit of revenge. And if they are looking for that revenge, they're probably going to play a different game compared to the one we just played against them just a few moments ago. Because realistically, whatever their game plan is, whatever their formation was, it didn't work. So they've got to have changed it up for this game up next, especially if they want to progress through to the next stages of the Orangey Beker. But right now, we're still undefeated in the Eredivisie after 20 games. We're absolutely dominating any team that gets thrown at us. Now, as much as I don't like to call players weak, the one thing that I will say is when a player is out of position or doesn't suit that role, it does become a weak point. It's as simple as that. Now, if Venlo have anything about them, they will see that we are playing Vober at left back. And I have said in previous episodes, when we play Vober at left back, a lot of the teams like PSV, Feyenoord done it, Willem II done it, a lot of the bigger teams did crucify him by putting their fast players down that right side, which of course he's playing on the left, so coming down that right side. Wow. Apoko scored 4 in his last 3 and he scored one of them against us. But as I was saying, when Vober plays at left back, they tend to want to attack there because it is a bit of a weak link. He's a great defender, but he suits more being in the centre back position because he's like 6'1" or 2. He's not that fast. So playing him at left back is a little bit risky, but unfortunately we only have Tagliafico, and if we do continue the Ajax road to glory into a season 2, we will definitely have to look for another left back. But let's get this game kicked off with Giovanni Simeone. Let's get down to business and see what damage we can do in this first 45-minute period. To Loftus-Cheek, Loftus-Cheek laying it off to Eating. Let's go up to Simeone. Simeone now playing it round, looking for the new man Bruyne. Bruyne back onto his right foot, looks at Ben, the one, he's hit the post. Followed up with Giovanni Simeone, and unfortunately has put it wide. Loftus out wide now to Labiat, and Loftus-Cheek's giving that ball away. You're going to have to chase it down, Loftus, and win that ball back. Nicely done. Let's go inside now, and then let's go inside again. Let's find options here. Play it through now, looking for Labiat. Labiat through a goal. It should be 1-0. Only as far as Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Into Labiat. Labiat to Shares. Shares looks to hit it. Stings the keeper's fingertips, and for a centre-back, that was not a bad shot whatsoever, and we have got another corner. Simeone, this has got to be yours, son, okay? Nice ball in. Giovanni Simeone's there, he gets to it, and it's straight into the keeper's hands. He's Eating through now to Vober. Vober looking for Simeone, takes it onto his right foot, looks to Ben when he's hit the outside of the post. And unfortunately, it's out for a goal kick. Loftus-Cheek. Labiat looks to turn his man, a nice turn there. Labiat looks to get a shot off. Oh, it's between the defender's legs. And just wide the goal, wasn't too far away at all. And he did have a man in front of him, but manages to put it between his legs and just wide a goal. Going to look at just poking that ball around the corner now to Labyad. We've got Bruyne coming in, back post. Nice little ball in now, looking for Bruyne to get ahead of his man. Let's go, Tadic, head it back. Nicely done. Only as far as Loftus-Cheek. Laser off to Eating. Eating looks to strike a one. Eating stings the fingertips of the keeper. And Janssen puts it out for an Ajax throw-in. Play into the middle for Eating, who takes a touch. Eating looks at Bender one. Eating straight into the keeper's hands. Onestal has no problem picking that one up, and the referee does blow for half time. I have to say, Venlo have come out with a slightly different game plan. They are getting down our end of the pitch, and they are looking at shooting, which to be fair is a lot more than they've done in the last game. But right now, we still haven't scored, and that's a problem. So I think realistically, when you look at the stats, wow, do you know what? I take that back. I thought they were getting down our end of the pitch and shooting, but realistically, it's the same as last game. They've had one shot, it wasn't even on target. We've had 10 shots, 5 of them being on target. We've had 62% possession. We're absolutely all over them. I did feel that, but I felt like they were definitely having a few more shots than I originally thought. But we're now going to take Ruben Loftus-Cheek off. I don't really know how I'm going to play this one out. So, Tadic cannot play CM. Neither can Labyad. Neither can Bruyne. I know Foden can, but I like Foden a little bit further forward. So I think what I'm going to do is switch Tadic and Labyad. I'm going to drop Labyad into Ruben Loftus-Cheek's position and then bring Foden. I like Foden through the middle. He likes to link up with Dolberg. Although it's Simeone on the pitch, I do like to do that. And then I think eventually it's going to be Bandy for Bruyne, and we'll see how the rest of the fitness goes throughout the team. But right now, you've just seen the stats. We're absolutely all over them. They are match facts, so we're absolutely killing them. We've just got to see if we can score a goal. Because if we don't, it's potentially going to go to penalties, and that is not what we want. So let's get a goal, lads. Let's wait for that run now of Foden, and here we go. Phil Foden already darting forwards. Here comes Phil Foden through on goal onto that left foot. Not really sure what we've got to do to beat this keeper, but he's having an absolute blinder. Let's look for Simeone at this near post. Ball in. Simeone, get this, son. He does, and it's denied again. Oh, that is unbelievable. Nicely done, Labyad. Play it back. Good lad. Go over this far side now, over to Voba. Voba take a touch and look to hit it, Voba. Voba strikes. He's got a wicked left foot, and again, the keeper saves again. Let's look for Simeone to try and give us that 1-0 lead. Ball in. Simeone to get there. It's not. Simeone chase it down. The keeper's going to grab that, no problem. Let's mark up here, lads. Let's mark up. Nicely done, Voba. Into the middle now for Simeone. Laying it off now to Foden. Foden hit it first time. Finally, Phil Foden, the newly substituted man, has scored and put us 1-0 up. And Giovanni Simeone is the man to get the assist. We're so used to Foden and Dolberg, or Dolberg and Foden, one of them being on the assist, one of them being on the goal. This time round, it was Giovanni Simeone, slid it into the path of Foden, who takes it nice and low, nice bit of curl on it, bending away from the keeper and into the right side of that net, just slightly touching the outside of the boot to give it that curl. And it does end up in the back of the net, and that is Foden's first goal in the orangey bacon. To be honest, guys, Phil Foden, who we bought from Manchester City, has been one of the best youngsters I have ever played with. So if you are looking for someone to buy in Careem, the young player, I would definitely say Foden is the one it is. Beko pulled that back. He should have carried on running. He probably had the better of our defender. Mazraoui, and Onana pulls off an incredible save to deny them going back to level terms 1-1. Let's deal with this corner. Let's get rid of it. Onana comes out and punches. Let's make sure we get this ball, lads. They're going to get another shot off Onana. Scoops that one out of the air and keeps it at 1-0. We've got to defend these corners better, lads. Let's get rid of this ball and let's do something with it. Ball coming in back post, and Kano should get there. Malapa actually ends up getting there, and it is out for a goal kick. They just can't get out right now. They are struggling to get out. Let's play that through. Here's Tadic. Looks at Rona's man. Tadic into the box. Looks at getting his shot off. And it's closest to the corner flag than the goal. Tadic, what was that, son? And they're going to come forwards now. They are going to come forwards now. Let's go, Onana. Onana slides in to collect that one. Let's roll it out and get a counter-attack going quickly. This is what we do best. There goes Eating over that far side now for Tadic. Tadic through to Dolberg. Dolberg waiting for Foden. Foden going to go on his own. Here comes Phil Foden for his second goal. Phil Foden. It's blocked by Rutten. Let's win that header. Nicely done. Straight away, let's play it through now. Lay it off now to Tadic. Tadic trying to get round his man. Dusan Tadic! It should be 2-0. Absolutely ridiculous. And they're going to be in behind here now. They are going to be in behind, ball over the top. Let's go, Mazraoui, just head it back to Onana. Onana, just get rid of it, good lad. Let's go, Tadic. Let's go, Tadic, head that one on nicely done. Here's Foden, now he's going to bring this down. Let's go, Dolberg, run son. Dolberg, go. Ball through now, Dolberg, is he going to be offside? He is, I'm going to strike it anyway and put it in the bottom left over the corner, but unfortunately, Kasper Dolberg just strides off. By the time I took that touch with Foden, I couldn't do it. And I tell you what, looking at that replay then, I'm not sure if they've got these offsides completely correct today or not. And as we play the ball up from Foden to Dolberg, the referee does blow for full time. It wasn't quite a whitewash like the last game against them where we absolutely hammered them 4-1. But as I say, throughout this whole career, a 1-0 win or a 10-0 win, a win is a win. It doesn't really matter whether it's a clean sheet or not, a win is a win. And I'm quite shocked at that really. 22 shots, 12 being on target. So 10 shots were not on target. We're normally a lot more clinical than that. Venlo having 4 shots this time round, one of them being on target. Last time they had 1 shot, 1 on target, and it did end up in the back of the net, but they weren't so lucky this time round. Right guys, and here we are back at the Central for the last time in today's episode. If I can remember off the top of my head, I should have left it in the video, but I just think I just skipped through it, unfortunately guys. I do believe Excelsior have just beat NAC Breda in the Oranje Beker quarterfinals, which means Excelsior are a team through to the semi-finals. We've just beat Venlo 1-0, so we are another team through to the semi-finals. And I do believe the other 2 teams are going to be Vitesse and also Feyenoord. Now, they haven't played their games yet, but just from who they're playing, I have a funny feeling that they will be the 2 teams that come through. I will see if I can find it. If I go here, and then I change competition and go Oranje Beker, there we go. So Excelsior beat NAC Breda 2-1. So they're through to the semi-finals. We beat Venlo, so we're through to the semi-finals. Vitesse are facing off against Fortuna, and I do believe Vitesse will win that, so they should go through. And then Heracles are against Feyenoord, and I do believe Feyenoord should go through. But realistically, Fortuna and Heracles could turn up and beat both of them. But realistically, they are the 4 teams. Excelsior, ourselves, Vitesse and Feyenoord. They are the 4 teams I think will potentially be in the semi-finals. But guys, in the next episode, we are playing our first game against Liverpool in the Champions League, and it's now finally the knockout stages. I do also believe we're playing NAC Breda in the Eredivisie. Yep, there we go. So NAC Breda. Then we're going to play ADO Den Haag, who we've beat previously, and Heracles, who we've also beaten at the start of the season. And then we'll be facing off against Liverpool again on the 6th of March after we face off against PEC Zwolle. I think it was Zwolle. I think that's how you pronounce it. But we've got some big games coming up. I just noticed as well, we do have to play PSV again. But the important thing is, guys, we are finishing today's episode 20 games into the Eredivisie. We do only have 34 games to play in the Eredivisie, so 14 more to go. We've already completed 20, and we are still undefeated. The question is, can we continue that? I would like to hope so, and especially in the next episode having Champions League, we've had to face off against a big club like Bayern Munich. We fought back to a draw. I remember when we played them and we brought it back to 2-2 with Donny van der Beek scoring both of them, and we also beat them 2-1 last time we played them in the group stages with Kasper Dolberg scoring very late on to give us that 2-1 victory. But I love Champions League. We're doing so well in the Eredivisie now. I cannot wait to see how this season ends. But that is going to do it for today's episode, guys. And if you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. If you're new around here, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. And I've been Massive Brad. Peace out.